Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Motorsport Manager. And when we last left off, we had a pretty good race back here in, Italy? And we're gearing up for the Black Sea now. We are a week away from our telemetry center reaching level 2, and also 5 days away from our engine being built. We might need to sideline some of these guys. This 42... he's going to be a tire changer and a fixer. It looks like Nagasuji is ready to go. We will swap for Nagasuji. Welcome back to the pit crew. And this guy looks like he may be able to do some stuff. We'll swap Resin Brink with Shichi and get a decent enough pit crew back going. Let's continue on. There's the car repair done. We can repair the car just a little bit as far as the part improvement goes, but in 4 days and 22 hours, whenever that engine is ready to go, we'll definitely focus on that engine solely. Yep, both repairs are good. Let's see. Yep, improving the parts. So we can improve, what do we need for the Black Sea? Our suspension pieces. So definitely need to work on that suspension part there. We also need the engine and the gearbox. Looking at the engine, one brand new one is going to come through, and then our gearboxes are good. So let's go ahead then and focus on repairing our brakes, at least until the engine comes around, and we'll work on that. Should be just a matter of time right there. The engine is done. Alrighty. Let's get the engine... Well, hello? I thought the engine was done. Check out the car. Yes, improve the parts. There's our engine. All right, so we definitely need to show some love to this engine completely and fully. 95 days before the race. Can we get that down? 1 hour after the race, 1 day before. So we can... let's do that. 3 hours before the race, the engine will be at its max. 1 hour after the race, it will be 100%. So the reliability should be good enough to take that back to the track. So we will focus solely on that. And there is our upgraded telemetry center. Looking good. That allows us to make an epic gearbox and improves the driver smoothness and consistency, which we definitely need for Shen. So, no votes this time around, it doesn't seem. We have the International GT Championship running in Guildford, England. That's our last race of the season. Good job, Sophie Sevilla. Let's go. Oh, choosing a vote. Now what? All right, we're third in the championship, better than our fourth. And it occurs to me, no, I am not going to pay $1 million to choose something. I'll let the will of the establishment choose what we do. Pre-race gossip in the Black Sea, and there we go. The performance work is done. All right, we need a simulator. That's fine. Maybe next year. We need to float this money if we can. Factory staff is idle, and we do have the 100% engine. Oh, he lied to me, saying it was an hour after the race. So we have 2 excellent engines, for sure. I mean, it's not the best in the grid, but I mean, the 414 engine is going to come in handy for the Black Sea. We will go ahead and fit those parts for sure. We're not going to leave at home, so this is Falco's last race with Whiplash, 3 days. Can we get third or better in the Black Sea? That is a tall order, but I think it would be worth it to try. If we can get third or better for $1.2 million, that would be a lot better, I think, than just 400 grand at this point. And we definitely want to make sure the engine is in Falco's car and Shen gets that next engine there. So the engines are coming a long way, and in fact, Shen is content now with Falco. So we're moving on up. Let's see exactly how well we move up after practice. So we've got the Black Sea, Medium fuel burn, very high tire wear. Medium tires are going to be the name of the game in practice for sure, and we might not even use them. But I will see you after practice. Practice is over, and we finished number 1 and 2 in the practice charts, feeling pretty good. It did rain a bit, but we were able to get level 2 medium tires out of it. We're keeping these guys on medium tires. As far as the car setup goes, I could not get the low speed corners down. This is as far front as we could put that weight ballast as I could. So we missed the mark on our cornering just a bit, but it looked like everyone else kind of did too. We can have 30 laps of fuel in the car, and the race itself is 37 laps. So it looks like it is just going to be a very short stop for fuel. The tires, though, that is going to be the big question mark, but 14 to 16 laps. It's going to be 2 stops, but the first one, we're going to fill up and then not worry about filling up again. Let's see how we fare. I think everyone else is going to be on softs, and the big question is going to be tire wear. Looking at the actual track stats, it looked like tire wear was going to be a very big thing. So all of these drivers on softs and mediums, they might throw a wrench into our works. We're just going to have to play it by ear here, get going, see what kind of moves we can make to get up front, and then hopefully Falco can do some of his magic, or Shen can do some of her magic. You know, Shen's got some magic after the last race. I'm feeling pretty stoked about her for sure. But there's a lot of track to make up, especially since it looks like we can't really hang on to anybody. So we'll scale back the fuel burn so we don't have to fuel up as much, and we're definitely going to keep pushing these tires. It looks like they are not getting up to temperature at all. This is the struggle bus race for sure. We could not tune our cars any better than where we had them. And I am actually really surprised at the amount of a temperature. What is the temperature here? 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I figured it would be, the tires would heat up a little bit better. Keeping an eye out for any rain that may be coming our way. Doesn't look like it. So it looks like just like a standard 2-stop. And where we're going to make up the most ground for sure is going to be on pit stops when we come down and only take a few laps of fuel and no fuel on the last stop. I think everyone is going to have to do 2 stops. And it's just sort of bummed. I never had a race like this where in practice I could not get it in the graphs. I put as much front ballast in it as I possibly could to no avail. So we're 9 seconds behind the lead pack. I mean, these guys have already chewed through their tires. They may have to pit 2 or 3 times, maybe even 3, maybe 4. I mean, there's people on pit road right now, and as long as we can gap them, it should be okay. I don't know if they're going to run out of tires or not. We did spend a stint on the on intermediate tires here. So we're still going good. I will go ahead and tell Shen to attack. I know you want to pit for fresh tires. We'll see what next lap gives you. I think we can do one more. Oh, there's a fire in Blasi's pit. Old Blasi caught fire. That's no good for anybody. All right, so Shen, you will pit next time by for your medium tires, if you please. 8 laps. Let's just top it off. We'll top it off. Seems good. We can probably risk a fast pit stop here. We've got some fresh pit crew there, so hopefully that works out well for us. And we'll play it in kind for Falco if he can. If he might be able to pull a fast one. You pull a fast one on me, son. All right, so drivers coming down to pit road, I'll just have them push and keep on keeping on. Falco, go ahead and go full bore here. You will pit this time for your medium tires. And 26 laps to go We don't have to fill you up, but we'll go up to 28. And everything should be gravy. Let's do a fast pit stop on old Falco, see what we can do here. So I think Shin is down and away. Indeed she is. In 18th, Falco is in 9th, coming in this time. We'll go ahead and turn him down to a push. See what kind of pit stops he can pull out. And that's the last time we are going to pit for fuel. We're going to come out right by everybody. Shin's going to leapfrog us here and settle in 15th and 18th. And it looks like people are choosing a soft tire mid-run here. The way the tire wear was going, I just wanted to do medium tires. It's just the fact that the tire wear was so incredibly high that I didn't want to risk like a stint on softs just to pit in 2 or 3 laps, although we are like a pit stop behind now. So we really need to make these tires last if this strategy is to work. And it looks like we're sort of getting passed and left in the dust here. Not a good race for us as far as even setup goes. Finishing 1 and 2 in practice is okay, but not when, oh goody. So the rain is going to come down. Might as well use as much as you guys can. So how quick do I want to get in here? I think Shen can go 1 more lap. We'll leave Falco out. So Shen will be pitting next time. Probably intermediates are going to be the way to go. And this won't take us to the end, unfortunately. We still have plenty of fuel. It's going to be just a quick tire change here for Shen. And I will leave Falco out 1 more lap on top of it. The track may not get too awful damp, but I don't want to stack them up. I want to give them the most opportunity to make good ground. Nope, Falco, you're coming back next time. Falco, pit for your intermediates. You don't need to pit for fuel anymore. Let's do a risky 2-second pit stop. Should be fine. Shin is down and away. We definitely don't want to be... No, your tire deg needs to be through the roof. You need to go as hard as you can right now. Without sliding off the track, preferably. There you go. Now we'll just do a push, do a quick 4-tire change. Get the intermediates on, and we should settle in here. Probably not in 3rd, but we didn't lose a whole lot of time, and we are on the freshest intermediates. So these tires will not take us to the end. We are going to possibly stay on these tires as well. It doesn't look like it's going to slack up a bit. So running 8th and 9th, this is much better than I anticipated we would do. And we are within a little earshot of 7th there. Still a whole pit stop behind Olin. He may have to pit for even more intermediate tires. And if he can't make these inters last, and he comes down for inters and says, you know, the track sort of gets dry, and he has to come in for softs, the strategy may bite him in the end if he can't make these things last. So we will do everything we can to make these tires last as long as we can. It may be 1 stop for us, but holy crap. We just got boosted. Sunainen crashed virtual safety car. Pit stops. I don't believe we need to. No. Matter of fact, go ahead and go with a low fuel burn and get the heat out of these tires here. Conserve. Get your temperature down, and now go for it. Push and high. Maybe not push. Just go a neutral high. Should be fine. 19 laps, we should be okay. So 9 and 10, we dodged that bullet. We have plenty of excess fuel. We can push a little bit here. And it looks like we may stay on inters the rest of the race. If we can get some cheeky tire wear fairy to prolong the life of these tires, more power to us. We still haven't caught up, but Olin needs to pit soon. And if we can stay out, we can be like right there. But I imagine Olin Olin has to pit for inters. I mean, he's going to not take care of himself here. And he's going to pit for intermediates and then have to pit again for softs if that's what he wants to do. We'll stay out here. I mean, we're sitting pretty as far as fuel is concerned. And will those extra few laps off of inters hurt us? Or do we want to pit with, say, 6 laps remaining or so? That way we can get, like, the most out of a stint of soft tires. Might not be a bad idea because Shen's tire wear is kind of going through the roof, and Falco doesn't have to pit quite yet. The track is still quite damp. She is going to have to pit again, but I want to keep her out as long as possible here so that she doesn't have to do a whole lot on slick tires. Ideally, that's going to be the goal. Because I think it is still way too early to come in for inters and then, like, change out to softs. So we'll do one more lap with Shen. Wilson is repairing and on intermediates. I don't think that's going to be good for him. So Shen is going to come down this time. The question is, how damp is it? Can Shen... If Shen goes with intermediates, I think she can finish the race on intermediates. That last few laps will be bad. But if we can somehow keep Falco out a little bit longer and have him pit for slick tires, that would be a really, really good thing to do. Go ahead and attack there, Shen. Get as much as you can out of it, and with these intermediate tires, I think Shen will finish the race on them. That's going to be my ultimate goal. For Falco, I'll keep him out a few more laps here and try to get within slicks range. That's going to be the ultimate goal here. If we can be the only car on slicks, more power to us. I think we want to do that. All right, push everything you got. This lap, we're going to pit out of second, and we are going to put on a stint of soft tires. Oof. I think we may be able to pull one out here. Fast pit stop. So Falco's going to get everything he can out of this set of tires. Olin is in front of us, 16 seconds. I think he has to pit again, if I'm not mistaken. We'll keep Shen nice and pace-like. So here goes Falco. 4 tires are on. And let's just push. Let's see what we got here on these soft tires. He should be able to make up a lot of ground here coming soon. I'll keep that engine turned up nice and high. And as this track dries out and comes to us, we should be able to do some interesting things. Now I'll keep Shen on a neutral push there. All right, Falco. Track is drying out and going to you, man. Just keep that up right there. So Shen is looking pretty. And she's driving well, too. But she should be okay. 4 laps to go. I think we might be able to push her just a little bit more on these tires, try to make up some ground. And Falco is going to be right here in the hunt. No. You've got 2 laps to go, Shen. If everyone else pits, your teammate's going to be in the catbird seat here. So 3 laps to go. That should be fine. And this is really going to start coming into Falco's wheelhouse, I think. He's going to start making up a lot of time, hopefully. With 2 laps to go, 57% on the tires. Let's just attack, and then Shen can go overtake mode with a neutral. I know your tire wear isn't helping, but Falco has set his sights, and he is flying. So 25 seconds, I think he can really start to chew this up. Shen is going to have to conserve this last lap. Oof, the tires are going to be bad for Shen. Everyone is on terrible tires except Falco, who's going to come around. Come on, Falco, push hard. Get in that top 3. That's what I'm talking about, at the line. And Shen is going to come across 7th. So we reached the sponsor objective just barely. Falco burned as hard as he could to get everything he could out of it. Of course, Lars Olin wins on 3% tires. Freaking Jimmy Johnson over here. But not a bad race for us, for sure. Falco with that third. I'll take that all day, every day. And hopefully, Lars cheated. Or maybe even second place. How about that? That would certainly be nice. Yep, Falco with 6 laps on those soft tires, stretching them out as best he could. We didn't break any rules here. And Falco didn't even set the fastest lap. On soft tires, he couldn't set the fastest lap. You gotta be kidding me. But a really good team, standing. Where is Skanskrum? 9th. So I think we were the best team overall again. There is our 3rd place. 29 points, still solidly in 3rd. Shen is 1 point behind Partanen, passing John's daughter by 2. How's the team looking? Still in 3rd by 11 points. A lot behind Nordhagen and Skanskrum. But we did make some good progress there. I am really happy about that. Playing into the rain strengths with those fast pit stops definitely mattered. I'm looking forward to some more high-speed stuff, though. Our cars were not set up correctly. They couldn't have been set up correctly. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next. So once again, the chairman is happy. And I thought our thing would help our smoothness and consistency. Isn't that going to be a thing? But yeah, we only paid 15 grand to do that race. So that is feeling pretty good. Now, I think we have a few races before our next sponsor opportunity. And Falco should be healed up here in less than an hour. So we'll go ahead and we will take the mail interview. And she was begging to make a final pit stop. Yeah, her morale can go down a bit. That's fine. Pit crew review. Mistake-free weekend. Shocking fire, and she is traumatized. Ooh, for 6 weeks, she can't focus. I wish that was Lars Olin. And looking at our pit crew, I mean, everyone, well, I mean, did we lose pit crew? It kind of looks like their contracts ended. So we might be hiring some new pit crew in the next episode. We've got a couple good ones to choose from. So that is always exciting. Phoenix Grand Prix, though, this is the one I am most excited about. I don't think our sponsors allows for a win. 3rd or above for 1.2. 2nd or above for 800. 10th or above. So we're taking Vamoose again, and the pressure's really off because we only need to finish 3rd, but we are going to the Phoenix Oval. My favoriteest race of the year for sure. Low tire wear, we're running on softs. It's going to be a good time. Do we research a part in the meantime? That is a question for the next episode, but that is going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, of Motorsport Manager. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the desert at Phoenix. Take care.